Before starting, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. Only about 2% are subscribers now. At 1,000 subscribers, I'll be posting a special video. Smash the subscribe button now. The Zygothians had always thought of humans as primitive and backward. They viewed Earth as a quaint, unremarkable planet with quaint, unremarkable inhabitants. So when they decided to offer a gesture of goodwill to humanity, they sent their old, outdated medical technology. It was a patronizing move, meant to placate the humans and perhaps earn a few political favors. The Zygothians never expected humans to do much with it. Dr. Daniel Walker stood in the main research lab of the newly formed International Medical Advancement Group, IMAG. The room buzzed with excitement and curiosity as scientists and doctors from around the world gathered around the assortment of alien devices laid out on the tables. The Zygothians had delivered crates of what they described as obsolete medical tools to the untrained eye. They looked like strange, futuristic junk. "Can you believe this?" Daniel's colleague, Dr. Ben Carter, said with a chuckle. "They think this stuff is useless. Well, their loss is our gain," Daniel replied, his eyes sparkling with determination. "Let's see what we can do with it." The IMAG team began by meticulously cataloging each device, trying to decipher its purpose and functionality. Some gadgets emitted strange lights, while others produced odd sounds. There were syringes that glowed and scanners that hummed. The Zygothians had included a basic manual, but it was written in their language, filled with complex symbols and diagrams that were difficult to interpret. Dr. Marta Kim, a linguistics expert, worked tirelessly to translate the manual. "This one seems to be some sort of diagnostic tool," she said, holding up a sleek handheld scanner. "It appears to scan the body and detect anomalies." Daniel took the scanner and passed it over his arm. The device lit up and projected a holographic image of his bones and muscles. The detail was incredible, showing even the tiniest blood vessels. "This could be revolutionary," he said, his mind racing with possibilities. Imagine diagnosing diseases at this level of detail over the next few weeks. The IMAG team focused on understanding the core functions of the alien devices. They ran tests, compared results, and brainstormed applications. Slowly, they began to piece together the potential uses of the technology. One evening, while working late in the lab, Daniel had a breakthrough. He had been studying a device that emitted a soft, pulsating light. According to Marta's translation, it was used by the Zygothians for cellular rejuvenation. Daniel theorized that it could accelerate the body's natural healing processes. He tested the device on a small cut on his finger. The wound closed almost instantly, leaving behind smooth, unscarred skin. "Ben, you have to see this," he called out. Ben rushed over and watched in amazement as Daniel repeated the process on another small cut. "This is incredible," he said. "If we can harness this technology, we could heal wounds in seconds." Daniel's excitement grew. And not just wounds. What if we could use it to treat more serious conditions? Cancer, organ damage, even genetic disorders. The team dove into research, experimenting with the cellular rejuvenation device on lab animals. They healed injuries, regrew tissues, and even reversed the effects of certain diseases. The results were beyond anything they had imagined. As news of their progress spread, patients with various ailments began seeking help from IMAG. One of the first was a young girl named Lily, who had been diagnosed with a rare, incurable genetic disorder. Her parents brought her to the lab, hoping for a miracle. Daniel knelt beside Lily's bed, holding the rejuvenation device. "We're going to try something new, okay?" he said gently. Lily nodded, her eyes wide with hope. Daniel activated the device and passed it over Lily's body, concentrating on the affected areas. The process took several minutes, but when it was over, Lily's condition had visibly improved. Her skin regained its color, and her breathing steadied. Her parents wept with joy, hugging Daniel and the team. The news spread like wildfire. People around the world marveled at the astonishing capabilities of the outdated Zygothian technology. The aliens themselves began to take notice, curious about the humans' unexpected success. As IMAG's breakthroughs continued, The Zygothians' derision turned to bewilderment and then to respect. The humans, whom they had considered inferior, were achieving medical miracles with tools they had discarded as obsolete. The stage was set for a profound shift in interstellar relations, driven by humanity's resilience and ingenuity. Word of the IMAG team's success spread rapidly. More patients arrived, each case more complex than the last. Dr. Daniel Walker and his team faced a daunting challenge, but their confidence grew with every success. The world watched in awe as they transformed the outdated Zygothian technology into groundbreaking medical treatments. One day, a man named John entered the lab. He was in his late 40s and had been battling a severe form of cancer for years. Conventional treatments had failed him, and he had come to IMAG as a last resort. His eyes were filled with both hope and desperation. "Dr. Walker," he said, his voice shaky, "I've heard what you and your team can do. Please help me." Daniel nodded, placing a reassuring hand on John's shoulder. "We're going to do everything we can, John. You're in good hands." The team immediately got to work, using the diagnostic scanner to map the extent of the cancer. The detailed holographic image revealed tumors in his lungs, liver, and bones. It was a grim sight, but Daniel felt a spark of determination. They had come this far, and they wouldn't give up now. Daniel and his team decided to use a combination of the cellular rejuvenation device and another Zygothian tool. They had discovered a device that emitted targeted pulses of energy to break down harmful cells. They carefully calibrated the devices to target the cancerous cells while preserving the healthy ones. The treatment began. Daniel guided the rejuvenation device over John's body, focusing on the tumors. The device's soft, pulsating light seemed to seek out the diseased cells, repairing and regenerating healthy tissue as it went. At the same time, Ben operated the energy pulse device, directing its focused beams at the tumors. The process was meticulous and took several hours. Throughout it all, John remained calm, trusting the doctors with his life. Finally, the treatment concluded. John lay still, his body wrapped in a warm, healing glow. "How do you feel?" Daniel asked, his voice gentle. John took a deep breath, a smile spreading across his face. "I feel lighter, like a weight has been lifted off me." The team ran another scan. The tumors were gone, and his organs showed remarkable signs of regeneration. It was a success beyond their wildest dreams. The room erupted in cheers and applause, the team celebrating yet another miracle. But the work was far from over. As news of John's recovery spread, more patients arrived, each with their own unique challenges. There was Emma, a young woman suffering from severe organ damage after a car accident, and Mark, a middle-aged man with a degenerative muscle disease that left him unable to walk. The IMAG team tackled each case with the same dedication and innovation. They discovered new ways to use the Zygothian technology, refining their techniques and expanding their understanding. They healed injuries, cured diseases, and restored hope to countless lives. Meanwhile, the Zygothians watched in astonishment. Their initial derision turned to bewilderment and then to curiosity. They had never seen their technology used in such creative and effective ways. The humans were doing things they had never considered possible. Ambassador Zorak, the Zygothian representative on Earth, requested a visit to the IMAG lab. He arrived with a team of scientists eager to observe the humans work firsthand. Daniel welcomed them, proud to showcase their achievements. As Zorak and his team toured the lab, they watched in amazement as the IMAG team treated patients. They saw the diagnostic scanner in action, revealing intricate details of the human body. They observed the rejuvenation device healing wounds and regenerating tissues. They marveled at the energy pulse device's precision in targeting harmful cells. Ambassador Zorak approached Daniel, his eyes filled with a newfound respect. "Dr. Walker, what you and your team have accomplished is extraordinary. You have taken our old technology and turned it into something truly remarkable." Daniel smiled, humbled by the praise. "Thank you, Ambassador. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of what's possible. There's still so much more to learn and discover the visit marked a turning point in human-Zygothian relations. The aliens who had once viewed humans as inferior began to see them as equals partners in the pursuit of knowledge and progress. The IMAG team's success had not only revolutionized medicine, but had also paved the way for a new era of cooperation and understanding between the two species. As the days passed, the IMAG team continued their work, driven by the knowledge that they were making history. The journey was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united by a shared vision of a brighter, healthier future for all. As the IMAG team delved deeper into the Zygothian technology, they discovered new devices and functions that opened up even more possibilities. One device in particular caught Dr. Daniel Walker's attention. It was a small, sleek machine with intricate patterns etched into its metallic surface. According to the translated manual, it was a neuroregenerator designed to repair and enhance neural pathways. Daniel's mind raced with the implications. This could mean new treatments for neurological disorders, brain injuries, even conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, he said to Ben, his voice filled with excitement. Ben nodded, sharing Daniel's enthusiasm. If we can figure out how to use it, we could change millions of lives. The team spent days studying the device, running tests and analyzing its functions. It was unlike anything they had ever seen. The neuroregenerator emitted subtle waves of energy that interacted with the brain's neurons, promoting growth and repair at an astonishing rate. Their first test subject was a young boy named Alex, who had suffered a severe brain injury in a car accident. He had been in a coma for months, and his doctors had given up hope. His parents brought him to IMAG, clinging to a last shred of hope. Daniel explained the procedure to Alex's parents. This is experimental, but we believe this device could help repair the damage to Alex's brain. There's no guarantee, but we'll do everything we can, Alex's parents agreed, desperate for any chance to save their son. Daniel and his team prepared for the procedure, carefully positioning the neuroregenerator around Alex's head. They activated the device, and it emitted a soft hum as it began its work. The team watched in silence, monitoring Alex's brain activity on the screen. Slowly, the damaged areas started showing signs of regeneration. Neurons began to reconnect, and brain waves stabilized. It was a delicate and precise process, but the results were undeniable. After several hours, the procedure was complete. Daniel turned off the device and looked at Alex, who remained motionless. His parents waited anxiously, holding their breath. Then, to everyone's astonishment, Alex's eyes fluttered open. He blinked, looked around, and then focused on his parents. "Mom? Dad?" he said weakly. His parents rushed to his side, tears streaming down their faces. "Alex." "Oh, thank God, Alex," they cried, hugging him tightly. Daniel and his team were overwhelmed with emotion. They had done the impossible, brought a boy out of a coma and healed his brain. It was a moment of triumph that would be remembered forever. The news of Alex's recovery spread quickly, and the IMAG lab was flooded with requests from patients with neurological conditions. The team worked tirelessly, using the neuroregenerator to treat brain injuries, spinal cord damage, and various neurological disorders. The results were nothing short of miraculous. Among the patients was Mrs. Eleanor Hayes, a renowned pianist who had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The condition had progressed rapidly, leaving her unable to play the piano, her lifelong passion. She arrived at the IMAG lab with hope in her eyes. "Dr. Walker, I've heard of your successes," she said, her voice trembling. "Do you think you can help me?" Daniel smiled warmly. "Mrs. Hayes, we'll do our best. This device has shown incredible promise in treating neurological conditions." They began the treatment, and the team watched as the neuroregenerator worked its magic. Over the course of several sessions, Mrs. Hayes's tremors diminished, her coordination improved, and her strength returned. She could once again play the piano with the grace and skill that had made her famous. Now, the day she played her first piece after treatment was a moment of pure joy. The lab was filled with the beautiful sound of her music, and tears of happiness flowed freely. Her recovery was a testament to the power of the Zygothian technology and the human spirit. Ambassador Zorik and his team continued to visit the lab, observing the treatments and learning from the IMAG team. The Zygothians were amazed by the humans' innovative applications of their technology. They began to see the potential for collaboration, realizing that together they could achieve even greater advancements. As the IMAG team pushed the boundaries of medical science, they also forged strong bonds with the Zygothians. They exchanged knowledge, shared ideas, and worked side by side in the pursuit of healing and progress. The once dismissive aliens now viewed humans with admiration and respect. Daniel stood in the lab one evening, reflecting on how far they had come. The journey had been filled with challenges and triumphs, and there was still so much more to discover. But he knew that with determination, collaboration, and the unyielding human spirit, they could overcome any obstacle. The future looked brighter than ever, and the possibilities were endless. Humanity had taken the Zygothians' outdated technology and turned it into a beacon of hope and healing. They had proven that with creativity and perseverance, they could achieve the extraordinary. And this was only the beginning. The IMAG team's success stories continued to mount, but the true test of their abilities was about to come. One morning, Daniel received a call that would challenge everything they had learned so far. A high-ranking military officer named General Marcus Kane requested an urgent meeting. "Dr. Walker, we need your help. Our top pilot, Captain Laura Hayes, was severely injured in a crash. Traditional medicine has failed her. If there's any chance your team can save her, we need to try," General Kane said, his voice filled with urgency. Daniel agreed to help and prepared the lab for Captain Hayes' arrival. She was brought in on a stretcher, her body covered in bandages and her face pale. The crash had left her with multiple broken bones, internal injuries, and severe spinal damage. She was barely clinging to life. The team gathered around her, their faces grim but determined. They knew this would be their greatest challenge yet. Daniel looked at his team, feeling the weight of the responsibility on his shoulders. "We can do this," he said firmly. "Let's get to work." They began by using the diagnostic scanner to assess the extent of her injuries. The holographic image showed a complex web of broken bones, damaged organs, and a shattered spine. It was a daunting sight, but Daniel refused to let doubt creep in. "Ben, start with the cellular rejuvenation device. Marta, use the energy pulse device on her internal injuries. I'll focus on the neuroregenerator for her spinal damage," Daniel directed, his voice steady. The team moved with precision and care, each member performing their tasks with unwavering focus. They worked in shifts, ensuring that someone was always monitoring Captain Hayes and adjusting the treatment as needed. Hours turned into days, but they pressed on, driven by the desire to save her. One night, as Daniel was adjusting the neuroregenerator, he noticed something incredible. The device was not only repairing the damaged neurons, but also enhancing them, creating stronger, more resilient neural pathways. It was a discovery that could revolutionize their understanding of the technology. "Ben, look at this," Daniel said, pointing to the screen. "The neuroregenerator is doing more than just healing. It's making her stronger." Ben stared at the screen in awe. "This could change everything, Daniel. If we can harness this enhancement ability, we could not only heal, but improve human capabilities." The team continued their work with renewed vigor, pushing the limits of what they thought possible. As days turned into weeks, Captain Hayes' condition improved steadily. Her bones knitted together, her organs healed, and her spinal damage repaired. The neuroregenerator continued to enhance her neural pathways, making her stronger than ever before. Finally, the day came when Captain Hayes opened her eyes. She blinked, looking around the lab in confusion. "Where am I?" she asked, her voice weak but clear. Daniel stepped forward, a smile of relief on his face. "You're at the IMAG lab, Captain Hayes. You've been through a lot, but you're going to be okay." Captain Hayes tried to sit up, but Daniel gently held her back. "Take it easy. You've been severely injured, But we've managed to heal you with some extraordinary technology." She looked at him, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Dr. Walker. I didn't think I'd ever wake up again." General Kane visited the lab soon after, and when he saw Captain Hayes standing and walking, tears of gratitude filled his eyes. "Dr. Walker, you and your team have done the impossible. You've given us back one of our best." The success of Captain Hayes's treatment was a turning point for UMAG. They had proven that the Zygothian technology could not only heal, but also enhance human capabilities. The implications were staggering, opening up possibilities they had never dreamed of. As news of their latest breakthrough spread, governments and organizations from around the world reached out, eager to learn more and collaborate. The IMAG team found themselves at the forefront of a new era in medicine, one where the lines between healing and enhancement blurred. Ambassador Zorak returned to the lab, his respect for the humans growing with each visit. "Dr. Walker, your team's achievements are nothing short of miraculous. We have much to learn from each other. Perhaps together we can unlock even greater potentials." Daniel nodded, knowing that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges and discoveries. "We're ready, Ambassador. Let's see what we can achieve together." With each new breakthrough, the IMAG team continued to push the boundaries of what was possible, driven by their unwavering belief in the power of human ingenuity and collaboration. The future was uncharted, but they were ready to explore it, united in their quest for knowledge and progress. The IMAG team's groundbreaking successes drew international attention. Researchers, doctors, and scientists from around the globe flocked to their lab, eager to collaborate and learn. The once small and humble lab now buzzed with a flurry of activity, transforming into a global hub for medical innovation. Dr. Daniel Walker found himself juggling countless responsibilities. Despite the overwhelming workload, he remained dedicated to his mission. One evening, as he was reviewing patient data, a message came through from the World Health Organization. "Dr. Walker, we urgently need your help. There's an outbreak of a new virus in Asia. It's spreading rapidly, and our current treatments are ineffective. Can you deploy your technology to help us contain and cure it?" Daniel felt a surge of urgency. This was a new challenge, unlike anything they had faced before. The team gathered for an emergency meeting. "This virus is highly contagious and deadly," Daniel began. "We need to use every tool at our disposal to fight it. Our priority is to develop a treatment and prevent its spread." The team worked around the clock, leveraging the Zygothian technology. They began by using the diagnostic scanner to analyze the virus, mapping its structure and behavior in unprecedented detail. The cellular rejuvenation device and the energy pulse device were deployed to test their effectiveness against the virus. Marta, the linguistics expert, discovered another hidden feature in the Zygothian manual, an advanced filtration and sterilization system. "This could be key to stopping the spread," she said, her eyes lighting up with excitement. The team quickly adapted the system to create portable sterilization units, capable of decontaminating large areas and rendering the virus inert. They deployed these units to the affected regions, while continuing to work on a cure. One of the first patients to arrive was a young woman named Mai, who had contracted the virus while caring for her sick family. She was weak, her breathing labored, and her body ravaged by the infection. Her situation was dire, but Daniel refused to give up hope. Using the diagnostic scanner, they mapped the virus's progression in Mai's body. Daniel directed the team to use the cellular rejuvenation device to bolster her immune system, while the energy pulse device targeted the virus directly. It was a race against time, but the devices began to show promise. As they monitored Mai's progress, Daniel received a call from Ambassador Zorak. "Dr. Walker, I've been following your efforts. Our medical council wishes to assist. We have advanced antiviral compounds that might help." Daniel was grateful for the offer. "Thank you, Ambassador. Your support could make all the difference. With the Zygothians' antiviral compounds integrated into their treatments, the IMAG team saw rapid improvements in Mai and other patients. Within days, Mai's condition stabilized, and her recovery began. The team's combined efforts were turning the tide against the virus. As the outbreak came under control, the WHO officially recognized IMAG's contributions. Dr. Tedros Adhanom, the Director General, made a public statement. The IMAG team, led by Dr. Daniel Walker, has achieved a monumental victory in our fight against this virus. Their innovative use of alien technology has saved countless lives. We are witnessing a new era in medical science. The world watched as Mai walked out of the IMAG lab, fully recovered, a symbol of hope and resilience. Her story, along with the countless others treated by IMAG, inspired a global movement toward collaboration and innovation in medicine. Back in the lab, Daniel and his team continued to push the limits of what was possible. They explored the potential of combining human and Zygothian technology, developing new treatments for a range of conditions. Each day brought new challenges and discoveries, but the team remained united in their mission. One evening, as the lab quieted down, Daniel received a message from the Zygothian High Council. Dr. Walker, we are in awe of your achievements. We would like to invite you and your team to our homeworld to share your knowledge and collaborate on new medical advancements. Daniel was stunned. This was an unprecedented opportunity to further their mission. He gathered his team to share the news. We've been invited to the Zygothian homeworld, he announced. This could open up incredible possibilities for medical science. Are you all ready for the next step? The team erupted in excitement and determination. They had come a long way from the initial skepticism and derision of the Zygothians. Now they were recognized as equals, partners in the pursuit of knowledge and healing. As they prepared for their journey to the Zygothian homeworld, Daniel reflected on their incredible journey. They had transformed outdated technology into a beacon of hope and healing. Together, humans and Zygothians would continue to push the boundaries of what was possible, united in their quest for a brighter future. The journey to the Zygothian homeworld was surreal. Dr. Daniel Walker and his team boarded the Zygothian ship, which was unlike anything they had ever seen. Sleek, with seamless designs and advanced technology, it was a testament to the Zygothians' capabilities. The ship soared through space, faster than any human-made craft, and within days, they arrived at the Zygothian homeworld. The planet Zygotha was a stunning sight. Lush landscapes merged with advanced cities that seemed to float above the ground. The sky was a vibrant shade of turquoise, and the air was filled with a strange but pleasant fragrance. As they disembarked, Ambassador Zorik greeted them warmly. "Welcome to Zygotha, Dr. Walker and team. We are honored to have you here," he said, his eyes reflecting genuine respect. The IMAG team was taken to the Zygothian Medical Council, a grand structure that shimmered with an otherworldly glow. Inside, they were introduced to the top Zygothian scientists and doctors. The atmosphere was a mix of curiosity and anticipation. Dr. Nella, a leading Zygothian scientist, addressed them. "We have followed your progress with great interest. Your application of our outdated technology is nothing short of miraculous. We are eager to learn from you." Daniel nodded. "Thank you, Dr. Nella. We're excited to share our knowledge and to learn from you as well. Together, we can achieve even greater advancements." The next few days were filled with intense collaboration. The IMAG team demonstrated their techniques, showing how they had adapted the Zygothian devices to treat a wide range of ailments. The Zygothian scientists were fascinated, their initial skepticism replaced by genuine admiration. One afternoon, as they were working in the lab, a Zygothian doctor named Dr. Coral approached Daniel. "Dr. Walker, we have a patient who presents a unique challenge. His condition has baffled us for years. We would be honored if you and your team could assist." Daniel agreed, eager to put their skills to the test. The patient, a Zygothian elder named Valoran, had a rare and debilitating. Despite the advanced Zygothian technology, they had been unable to find a cure. Using the diagnostic scanner, Daniel and his team mapped Valoran's neural pathways. The complexity of the disorder was unlike anything they had seen before, but they were determined to find a solution. They combined the neuroregenerator with the cellular rejuvenation device, carefully calibrating it to address the specific anomalies in Valoran's brain. As they worked, the Zygothian doctors watched in awe. The precision and creativity of the IMAG team were extraordinary. Slowly, but surely, Valoran's condition began to improve. His neural pathways regenerated, and his symptoms diminished. After several sessions, Valoran stood up, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Dr. Walker. I never thought I would see this day." The Zygothian doctors were stunned. Dr. Nella turned to Daniel, her voice filled with amazement. "You have achieved what we believed to be impossible. Your methods, your innovation, it is truly remarkable." The success with Valoran marked a turning point. The Zygothian Medical Council formally acknowledged the IMAG team's contributions, and a new era of collaboration was born. The once dismissive aliens now saw humans as equals, partners in the quest for medical advancement. Ambassador Zorak hosted a grand ceremony to honor the IMAG team. Leaders from across the galaxy attended, eager to witness the newfound alliance between humans and Zygothians. As Daniel stood on the stage, looking out at the diverse crowd, he felt a profound sense of accomplishment. "We are here today to celebrate not just our achievements, but the spirit of collaboration and innovation," Daniel said, his voice resonating through the hall. "Together, we have shown that by combining our strengths, we can overcome any challenge and achieve the extraordinary." The crowd erupted in applause. The unity and respect between species. The Zygothians, once skeptical and dismissive, were now humbled and inspired by humanity's resilience and creativity. After the ceremony, Daniel and his team continued their work, exploring new frontiers in medical science. They developed treatments that combined the best of human and Zygothian technology, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. One day, as Daniel was working in the lab, Ambassador Zorak approached him. "Dr. Walker, I have a gift for you," he said, presenting a sleek, new device. "This is our latest medical. We believe you will find ways to use it that we have not yet imagined." Daniel accepted the gift, his mind already racing with possibilities. "Thank you, Ambassador. We will put this to good use." As he looked around the lab, seeing his team and their Zygothian counterparts working together, Daniel felt a deep sense of hope. They had transformed outdated technology into a beacon of healing and progress. They had bridged the gap between species, proving that together they could achieve the extraordinary. The journey was far from over, but with each new discovery, they moved closer to a brighter, healthier future for all. The story of human ingenuity and resilience had inspired a galaxy, and the possibilities were truly endless.